What's up, players? It's Joe. I hope you enjoyed my video that I posted yesterday, the summary of the first week. And today we're starting the second week, and we're starting with an online game again. And let's see my opponent does. Trade bot and Federation shuttle. So there is a barter world for me out there, which is okay. My opponent went for, he's gonna go for a lot of the red cards, so I'm gonna pick up the barter world here. And there is a mech world out. I will not be able to buy it because this is what's gonna come out, unfortunately. So yeah, to talk a little bit again about what we've learned in the first week. I hope you watched my video that came out yesterday. There was a lot going on, and your comments have helped me very well throughout the first week. And I hope you're still watching. I hope you're still enjoying the clips, and let's see what comes out today in our special game here. So 3 money, probably gonna pick up the survey ship, or I could maybe go for the battle station. And as I talked about in the first week, so in my video of yesterday, this is one of those bases that you can scrap for 5 damage, which can be very useful towards the end of the game. But yeah, so there's 2 survey ships out, which are draw a card cards, and that's also something we talked about yesterday. There is a battle blob, which allows me to draw a card, but it'll be a while until I can get to it, I think. So let's see what my opponent still has in his hand. What did he do on the first turn? He had 2 money and 1 Viper, so he's gonna have, unless he draws a Viper here, he'll be able to buy the mech world on this turn. And if you can get to the mech world really early, then that's something you should really go for. It'll take me at least 2 more turns to try and get to it. And here we go. So that's 4. So he did go for the outpost and another Federation shuttle. So I'm just gonna take one of the survey ships here, unless I want to take the trading post, which is actually not a bad idea, and it's also a scrap base. So I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna take the trading post here, and there's a command ship out. So now it's really the case of racing towards the first, and this is a perfect draw for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money. So it's either gonna be the battle blob or the mech world, depending on what my opponent draws. He also has a little bit of money, so it'll depend. If he can draw both of his Federation shuttles this turn, I think he'll do well. I don't think either of us will be able to. Oh, there he goes with the mech world, so that's too bad for me. That's really a bummer. So I might as well pick up both survey ships then with my 6 money instead of the battle blob. So that's what I'm gonna do. There we go, and there's a recycling station out now. Next turn I will have 4, I will have 7 money. So it's still not enough to get to the command ship, unfortunately. And it won't be enough next turn. Well, maybe if I have my survey ships out, maybe I can get to the command ship, but it's not gonna be easy though. My opponent still has both of his Federation shuttles there, and he did buy the mech world, which is too bad for me. There's a patrol mech here. He's probably gonna get this one. for 3 extra money, so I can get the recycling station maybe with the 4 money that I have, and then I have 3 money left. Could go for the blob wheel again, discarding the blob wheel for 3. Might not be a bad choice to go for now, actually, because if this comes up and my bases survive, then I will be able to buy the command ship if all goes well. I only need 2 scouts then to do that. So I'm about to shuffle here. There's 1 money coming out, there's 1 viper coming out, so it'll depend a little bit on luck if I buy the blob wheel now, and if I can get to it in my next draw, that would be perfect. Then the command ship would be there for me. But oh, I don't like this. Oh, it's only 6. So he's going for the patrol mech, which is what I thought he would do. It allows him to scrap more cards. So play all. Yeah. And let's just see here what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna buy the blob wheel first, I think, and see what comes up. And it's a battle pod. So again, did my opponent pick up any bases? This is what we talked about. He picked up 2 outposts here, but it's a 5 and a 6. So I cannot destroy it with just a battle pod. So I'm just gonna... I have 1 more money left, so I'm gonna stick to the money here and get the recycling station. Get another outpost, which this is an outpost that I really like, so I'm getting it for myself. And now, let's hope I'm lucky. No, I'm not lucky, so that's 3, that's 7 again. I can go for the dreadnought now. Again, if he doesn't really have a lot of attack cards yet, so I think I'm in a pretty good position, unless he draws his patrol. Yeah, he doesn't have his patrol mech here, so I don't think he has a lot of attack cards yet. So I think my bases will remain in play for at least 1 or 2 more rounds, and they should do. Especially my barter world, which is protected now by my trading post. So yeah, I'm liking my chances right now. I got a strong economy going. I can start going for... It's unfortunately I can't get to... It's unfortunate that I cannot get to the command ship right now. I was hoping to draw that one on this turn, but at least now I think in the next turn I will probably, unless I'm really unlucky, I will probably have enough money to buy it. And if my bases survive, of course, but I think they will, or they should do, yeah. So I won't be able to buy it this turn, but I should be able to buy it next turn. And there's a dreadnought out that I can get, so I'm gonna get the dreadnought. Always a good card. And the 1 damage is not doing me any good, so that's the end of the turn here. And here we go. So this is gonna be enough for me to buy the command ship, unless my opponent really has good cards in his hand right now. I don't know what's come out from these cards. I don't know if he has a patrol mech and the Federation shuttles. He could still beat me to it, but I think I have the better economy. Out of the 2 of us, I think I have the better economy. So I'm just gonna start going for attack cards now, and maybe try and buy some more outposts just to keep my opponent from buying them. And then I could use some more red cards. There aren't any scrap cards, but unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunate. But if I can draw more cards, like we saw in the video on Friday, I think we had a kind of a similar game where my opponent had a couple scrap cards. He had 2 or 3 scrap cards in his hand, and I couldn't do anything about it, but I managed to solve it by picking up the draw cards, cards. I also have a recycling station still waiting to come out, I think, if I can get to the second. Oh, that's 9 money. That's, oh dear. Oh dear, there goes my command ship. So that is really, really desperately unfortunate for me. I needed 1 more turn there. Oh dear, that's not good. So let's see what we have here. Oh, this is so unfortunate. So I have a boatload of money now, but there's nothing else I think I can do. Unless I want to get another survey ship. And yeah, this is really bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to work with it, I guess. So how much money am I gonna get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with a possible 11, I think. Oh yeah, the recycling station. Do I want to draw more cards? What's coming up? Maybe I want to draw these extra cards. Yeah, maybe I do. Because I don't think... Oh, let me just check this before I do this. If I want to pick up both of these outposts, it's going to cost me 9. Okay. If I don't use the money ability here, I think I will lose 3 money and gain 1 money. So I will lose 2 money altogether. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 2 is 6 plus 3 is 9. So I will still have enough to go to go for both these bases. I will have a red base out, so that's a good thing to have. So I'm just gonna activate this ability. I'm gonna discard these 2, draw the last 2 cards, play them all, and if I've managed to calculate this correctly, I will have 9 money if I scrap this. So do I want to go for the recycling I want to go for the battle station. So I'm gonna get the battle station because it's the cheapest, and then there's a base of 8 that I cannot get to yet. The most I can get to is 6 right now. I don't have any blobs, so I might as well discard this, I think. Well, I don't know what I should do. I have 3 money left. Could go for the survey ship again, because there's nothing else really that I can use. Or I can discard this right now and go for the another recycling station, which is also not a bad plan, I think, here, because I don't, like I said, I don't have any red cards, so I cannot scrap anything. So I might as well use these to discard whatever it is I have. So I have 6 now, getting the recycling station. Unfortunately, nothing else there for me. So yeah, I've used this already. So I am going to sorry, get an explorer. Yeah, just 1 can't hurt. End my turn and see what comes up. Hopefully something useful. No. I hate not having scrap cards in the beginning. I have a lot of money though. I still do. I still have a lot of money. But he has some really powerful cards. So it's gonna be tough. It's dragging on to be a pretty long opening game here. With my opponent on 61 and me on 47. So there's not a lot of damage being dealt so far, but I think that is about to change right now. I think we've closed off the opening. We're now in mid-game, and my opponent has some pretty heavy damage cards, and I still don't. So well, I have my Dreadnought, but it's only the 1 card. I think he has about 5 cards that deal damage already, so I have to start buying these. The battle cruiser looks really nice, looks really good, and really useful. It allows me to draw a card, so hopefully my opponent will not have enough money this turn. And there we go. We'll find out in a moment. 4, 5. Yeah, so he cannot get to the battle cruiser, which is... But he's getting the low value cards. Let me see. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8, and there could be, well, I'm not sure. They're all cards of 1, so I think I'm just gonna play these. I'm just gonna get the money here and here, and then play the rest, and then get the battle cruiser that I desperately need. And then I have 2 money left that I probably could have used better here to get some authority back, because now I'm forced to take another explorer. I was a little bit fast on the draw there. So do I want to get another explorer here? I don't think so, because they just clutter up my hand, and I think my economy is strong enough without having to rely on the explorers. Okay, so my Dreadnought has come out now. It's my first card that I can deal some actual damage with. I have a battle cruiser, so this allows me to destroy a target base. Unfortunately, I can't buy them all at the same time. But if I can get to the missile mech, I really want to have it in my hand, because my opponent has a mech world, and I really don't like it that he has a mech world. And he probably has a second base in these 5 cards, so he's probably gonna have a base come out this turn. I don't really remember what he bought, the other base that he bought, if he bought one. I think so. Yeah, there. Oh, it is actually the mech world that's come out, so this is spelling doom for me. Unfortunately for me, he had a pretty bad draw, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Yeah, that's perfect, I think. Do I have anything else? I have another base coming out. So in this case, I think 2, 3, 4 money, 6 money. I have enough money, so I'm gonna use the money for this. Or am I? Let me just think. I'm just gonna discard 2 scouts and draw 2 cards. See what comes up. That's not good. And so now I can discard these again, I think. Do the same thing here. Draw 2 more cards. And get another base out. And there we have more money. Let's see what I need to buy the stuff that I want to have. So these aren't giving me money. So this is 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 money. So that'll allow me to buy the missile mech here. I think that's what I really want to do. I want to destroy his target base. So let's play the rest of these. Yeah. So I'm really base heavy now. So it's really going to be tough for him to get through my base. I really have a lot of bases now. Discard this, do some damage, and do some damage here. And I think that'll be enough. So let's just buy the missile mech here. And there's a Federation shell out. My opponent has a lot of blue. I have a lot of blue bases, so I think I'm gonna start going for blue if I can. I have 3 blue bases. Only 2 of them are out right now. But I have 3 3 blue bases, so I think I'm doing pretty well. I have a lot of bases out. I think I'm doing pretty well. My opponent does have some damage cards, but I'm gonna start focusing on the blues now if I can. I have a lot of bases that give me money in combination with the outpost abilities. So I'm pretty happy about the way that it's going for me right now. Let's see, my opponent does have a lot of green, and he's starting to build on his yellow, so this is turning out to be an eerie deck here. He has 4 cards that allow him to draw extra cards, so he's gonna start dealing damage very fast. So I have to keep him from scrapping cards if I can. I'm gonna try and pick up this trade escort here. There's still no red cards out, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to scrap cards in these past couple games. So I'm trying to go for the trade escort here, which allows me to draw a card with its special ability. And then there's a battle blob, but I don't have any greens, so I should focus on probably yellows and blues. Or reds if I can get my hands on them. I think I'm gonna try and win this game without going for blob, but my opponent really, he could use his battle blob, so it would be nice for me if I could scrap a card from the trade row somehow, but that's not gonna happen, I think. Green will help my opponent, so I'm not sure if I want to go for battle blob or for trade escort. Both of these cards are really, really good. But let's see what my opponent does first. I think my opponent could really use some bases as well. He only has one base, and that's gonna spell doom for him if he doesn't hurry up. And it's a mech roll, it's a very good base, but if I can start doing damage... In a way, I'm unlucky here that I still have so much clutter in my hand. I still have so many bad cards. But yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. If the red cards don't show up, you have to go for a different strategy, a less optimal strategy. And I think on Friday I went for this strategy as well with a draw card stuff going on, so I'm going to try and continue that. Both of these cards have it as a special ability, and I have more blues than I have greens. I don't even have a green base. So yeah, this is very useful for my opponent, this card, and if I allow him to pick it up, it's gonna be really painful for me, I think. So he's doing a lot of damage already. This is what I was afraid of. So he destroyed almost all my bases. That's really crazy. And he went for another blue. So all of my bases are gone right now. I didn't expect that to happen. So let's try drawing some cards, and this is terrible. So this is gonna be a painful round for me, I think. So I only have 4 money. I think I'm gonna go for the frigate again. Oh dear, this is not good. If he can pick up the battle blob in the next turn, it's not gonna be good. There's a supply bot here, but I think it's too late for me to start going for a red strategy. And even though there is a red out here that allows me to scrap, it gives me money. It doesn't give me any attack, so I think I should stick to my strengths right now. Maybe get the space station, or maybe, you know, in the frigate. One of these two. It's gonna be one of these two. What do I have coming out? I have 2 more yellows. I have a lot of yellow though. Maybe I can target opponent, discards a card, draw a card, and destroy a base. So no. I have to draw a lot of cards, I think. I have to keep these survey ships in play for me, if I can. So again, space station, another outpost, or an Imperial frigate. But I have to start dealing some damage, I think. I cannot play defensively. Keep playing defensively. So a corvette that allows me to draw a card again. So this is too bad, really. There's no target base. He has to discard a card, so I cannot get to this corvette. Unfortunately, I cannot get to it, and he's gonna pick it up, but there's nothing I can do about it, and this is doom again for me. I have no bases coming out in the next couple turns, so I think unless I'm lucky, you know, I might get lucky. And draw some of my bases in the next turn, but I don't know. I think this is the last hand my opponent has before he has to reshuffle. This is gonna be a pretty tight game. He destroyed all of my bases in the last round, which is not something that I had expected him to do. That was really unfortunate for me. If they could have been there for another round or so, I would have been a lot stronger. But again, my opponent has a lot of attack. He doesn't have any bases, so if I were him, I'd start picking up some outposts. But I have to start dealing damage. That's the only way I'm gonna win, because if I allow my opponent to scrap more cards, I'm gonna have a big problem. So the only way for me to go now is to get a lot of draw, like this Corvette. It's unfortunate that I couldn't take it, and this is sometimes the luck factor in Star Realms. That's really, it's there. The luck factor is still there. So my opponent will probably pick this up, which is bad for me, and I'm gonna start falling more and more behind. So I'm gonna need some luck here I'm gonna need Lady Fortune to help me out. This flagship, draw a card, and I cannot get to it. Destroy a target base, and there is no target base, so I'm getting really bad draws here. I'm forced to pick up another outpost because it's the best thing I can do. And if he picks up the flagship here, I think it's over for me. If he manages to pick that up, I think I'm pretty much done for. I need a base. No. Yeah, I have 2 cards that I can draw, so I might draw a base, but I need a base to come out this turn. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a real problem on my hands. My opponent just got to reshuffle, so he has a lot of draw cards as well. So far, this is a pretty even game, but if my opponent gets the flagship now, I think I'm done for. There's only so much you can do, and only so long you can go on the defense for until you have to start, going for the offense. My opponent got an extra red card here, scrap card. I think he has a lot of red cards, so he can afford it, but it was, a supply bot, and I couldn't really do anything with it. Okay, I could get 2 money. But I'm not really drawing the cards that I want to draw. Maybe I should have picked up the supply bot, but it didn't make sense to me at the time. So yeah, this is not good for me. Only 5 damage. Ooh. I'm kind of lucky, and I don't have to discard any cards, so I need a base to come out. Thank you very much. So again, I'm going to use the ability for this base to try and get out more bases. So I'm going to discard a Viper. He still doesn't have a base out, so I'm going to discard a Viper and a Scout and hope that something better comes up now. And okay, draw another card. Yeah, there's a second base, so that's not bad. So now I have 8 defense already, and I can play the rest of these. So now I have 6 money. I can buy my flagship. I have 9 damage. And let me see what else I can do here. So I'm still gonna keep the draw cards because I need those. I really desperately need those. And it's good that I have some recycling stations, so I can get rid of my scouts in in another way, not scrapping them. But so I have 4 money left. This forces my opponent to discard a card, which is not bad, but all the rest is too expensive. So I'm gonna leave my space station here. I think that's the best thing to do for me right now, because I don't know what's gonna come up after this, and I don't want to discard 4 defense just to get a fighter and hope that something of 3 or less comes up. So my missile mech is out here, so as far as I'm concerned, his mech world can come out now. There's 8 cards left, and I have a pretty good rest of my deck now with only 3 scouts remaining in the deck, so I'm gonna try and do the same thing I did before, and this is gonna be, I have a feeling this could take a while. This game could be a long game depending on what he draws. Last shuffle he drew like 20 damage, 15 or 20 damage, and he destroyed all my bases. So if that happens again this turn, he's slowly getting a better deck though. The only way I can get better at it is if I can buy more cards that allow me to draw cards. But I think he still has the better deck just because he has the scrap abilities that I don't have. I have the both recycling stations, but yeah, I don't know. It's tight. It's gonna be a real tight game, but I still fancy his chances over mine by about maybe 5 to 10%. Maybe he has a lot of blob as well, and all the blues that can work together. So he has a lot of economy cards. So one base survives, which is not terrible, I guess. His base hasn't come out. Oh, so discard a card? No, not that one. Let's discard the Viper then. And let's discard these two. Unfortunately, I do not have a lot of money. I could go for both fighters if I have, but I don't have 4 money. So, no, I need 2 money. Okay. What else is in there? I think I'm just going to go for this. Because the worst thing that can happen is that 2 scouts are going to come out. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So, play all. Yeah. Destroy a target base, but there is no target base. So there's 10 damage right there. I have 2 money, so that allows me to pick up both Imperial Fighters, which is not ideal for me. But yeah, it'll have to do. For 4 money, no, there's nothing else I can use. Oh no, dear. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. So now I have all my bases coming out. I have some good bases coming out now. I can draw a card. My opponent has to discard a card. So yeah, really, the only thing keeping me in the game right now is the recycling stations that I have. They're the only thing that's really allowing me to stay in this game, because I'm so far down on the scrap abilities. I think he might even go for the battle mech here because of the special ability that it has. But I really need to do some serious damage in the next couple of turns if I wanna win this game. I have 3 bases now. See, and this is good. I have 3 bases that I can scrap for extra damage. So technically it could be over in the next round depending on what I draw. There's only 1 card left and it's a scout, so that's not going to be good. I don't think... How much damage can I do just by eliminating the cards that I have? I think this does 5 damage, I think, yeah. So 5, so 15, 18. I can do 18 damage just by scrapping my cards. But that's not going to be enough, I'm afraid. I can still use the recycling station to get rid of the last scout that I have, unless he destroys my base, and the chances are really high of that happening. So it's not going to be done in the next round anyway. And he still has his base still has to come out. His mech world still has to come out. So the sooner I can reshuffle and get this card back out, the missile mech back out, the better. It'll save me at least 6 attack that I can use on something else. Let's just get going with it. This is a pretty tense game here. Knowing my friend, he'll probably go for the battle mech here, if he can afford it. If I could get my hands on the blob world, that would be nice. Oh dear, here we go. 15 again, yeah, so 17. And he keeps drawing cards, so this isn't good. And what did he buy? This goes by so fast. I think he bought the Brain World, so I think this game is over. I've lost this game. There's not a lot I can do about this. Yeah, and I cannot even discard my scout anymore, so I think it's gonna be over here. I have 13 damage, and I can do 10 more, 13 more. It's not gonna be enough, is it? This allows me to draw a card, but the chances of drawing something useful are really not in my favor. But I have to do something because I'm not sure that my bases are gonna survive the next round, and I have to draw, so there's probably not gonna be another shuffle. So I have to make a decision now of what I'm gonna do, because if he destroys my bases in the next turn, I won't have any bases left, so I might as well use these abilities now and discard all these bases, because there's nothing else that's gonna happen for me, I'm afraid. And I might as well scrap the Dreadnought, because it's not gonna come back and do extra damage for me. I think I'll have to go all out for it now, and